Hello and welcome to the Philippines. In this video I'm going to cover the trip costs. I went out of town for 4 days. Drove my motorbike going south, and going to cover the costs, the details of the trip. This particular road, I went down south to Dalagete, went up over the mountains up near Osmeña Peak, the tallest peak in Cebu province, and they've got a number of areas under construction. In fact, I'm going back home this video, and when I came from the other direction, I've got that on I'll put that video up. I think I had it on a 360 video. They stopped us up here a ways, right up here by this area. They stopped us for 30 minutes. Not very much traffic on this road, as you can see. This was a Saturday, so apparently no construction going on. But this I think a lot of limestone, real powdery type stuff, very slippery, almost like driving on ice, and even going very slowly. I touched my brakes just a little bit and almost went into a skid, almost like on ice. Just crazy experience. So fortunately, I was taken very easy. Anyway, we're going up and up and up and up and down, and I'm going to show you. I laid the bike over kind of later in this video. I laid the bike over, in fact, one of those places going up very steep grade, very steep, very like I said, this limestone or whatever it is, clay, just powdery, a lot of loose rubble, stones, gravel, and ruts in the road where it's under construction. And I laid the thing over. I was lucky. I was going to turn around, try to come back down, and try it again. But luckily, I had a Filipino fella stopped and helped me out. He was I think a seed salesman, or dealt with the farmers up here. Dalagete, the big mountainous area up here, is known as the breadbasket of Cebu. Huge farms, just amazed me, and I'll show that in another video. Amazed me how they are growing so much up here in the mountains, on the sides of mountains. I wouldn't think the soil would be that fertile, but maybe it's volcanic and maybe it is fertile soil. Not sure. But one thing I was very leery of is loose gravel out here. And I had a couple places. I had Filipinos pass me pretty fast, and I'm thinking, wow, and they got skinny tires. I've got larger knobby tires, which I think helped me a little bit. But anyway, I went from Cebu City. I went south to Dalagete, and across over to Bajan, and you're going to see Bajan Island up here. I'm going to pull over, and you're going to get to see Bajan Island. See how high up I am already. So Dalagete, up over the mountains, close to Osmeña Peak and many other peaks, down to Bajan and back to Moalboal, and stayed there 3 days. And then I headed back and spent another day coming back, seeing a few things, staying in another resort. But I'm going to show you, there are two main beaches in Moalboal, and I will show you a little bit around that area. And certain areas have more tourists, more resorts opening up. There's still an area that's still over more than a year and a half later. There's still damage from Typhoon Odette over a year and a half ago, in December 16th, 17th, I think, that just wreaked havoc all across the Visayas. So 4 days, hotel rooms, or resort rooms, food, gas, everything included, about 11,000 pesos. That's about $200 US. 4 days. I talked to my sister recently. They took a trip, and the hotel cost them $200 a night. Here's the look. You can see the sea and Bajan Island down there in the middle there, and up quite a ways, and still got a long ways to go up in elevation, as a matter of fact. But what a view. Fantastic view up here. There's a town, Badian, on the mainland, and then that island out there. They've got a resort or two, a couple of resorts over there. I have not been over to that island. There are a couple of resorts. One is some kind of called it a wellness resort. Probably got lots of spa type things going on over there, probably. I was surprised a little bit about Moalboal. Even Saturday night, it wasn't nearly as busy as what I would thought, and I talked to a lot of the resort owners and the various vendors, and they said, yeah, it's really slow. And they said maybe in October things will pick up because that is the kind of the high season starts late September, October. People from the colder climates in the northern hemisphere start taking vacations. The northern Asian countries, the northern North America, Europe, they take their week, 2 week, month vacations and get out of the country, come to a warm place like the Philippines, and a lot of great diving. I did some 360 videos underwater. My Insta 360 camera cut out on me after just very short time videoing underwater, so I'm not sure what the deal was. It's working. It didn't get damaged by the water, so not sure if it's got some strange kind of bug in it or what the deal is. I'll have to upload the newest version of the software. See, maybe, occasionally software when you upload it has bugs in it, various types of reasons. And I've got my phone. You can see my phone, my mirror up there. A lot of construction going on. There are a couple main beaches in Moalboal, I can't say it, Panagsama, I think, and White Beach, and interesting. The White Beach, I was surprised. I'd been there before, but I didn't realize it was such a long white beach. Anyway, I put my GoPro camera. I usually have it on my handlebars up there, and I put an attachment on my helmet, and not knowing how well it would record up there because I don't know what direction it's actually pointing. Too high, too low. It looks like I got it pretty close to being right. Anyway, I'm going to get into this real slippery. I don't know how else to describe it, and it's just like clay, limestone, just powdery, very powdery, and very slippery. And like I say, you've got the pebbles, and you can't see it that well. You can't see how bad it is, and you can't. This grade going up is very, very steep actually, and you cannot tell. You cannot tell. You look at my handlebars a little bit, you can see me bouncing all over the place, trying to turn and trying to find a safe way to go up. And one of the problems, I was sliding kind of towards this person walking down the hill, and I maybe I overcorrected or it started sliding. But yeah, you just get off center just a little bit and your wheels just slip out right out from under you. And I was spinning just like I was on ice, for those of you who've driven on snow and ice. And I'm in first gear. I'm going up a lot steeper than what it looks like here. A lot steeper. And wait for it. I'm gonna end here, right about here. Look out! Look out! Look out! Oh no! Oh no! All right, and I was afraid of going over that, getting into that real rough stuff. Then I really would have been in rough shape. But I was able to lift it up, and I was real fortunate. The Filipino that was behind me a little bit, he stopped. I was going to try to turn it around and go back down, and maybe try to go up again. No, having learned from this little bit of an experience. But he came and said, I'll hold it up because imagine being on this side of the bike, trying to move around to the other side by yourself, trying to hold it up and not having a good flat surface. I lost my right mirror was all, so I was lucky. Anyone who has ridden a bike at all has laid it over once or more times, so I mean it happens. It's a bad ride, huh? I don't know if I can start again or not. Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Huh? Are you working on the? Are you working here? So I had a couple guys. Stop and check, make sure I was okay. And I will say that I didn't feel any pain at all until later that night. And my right big toe is all swollen up, all bruised up, and that's it. I thought it was broke at first, but I don't think it's broke. My toe, just fine. It's gonna feels better here a day later. So I guess I was very fortunate. Very fortunate. Something that was bothering me that first night in a resort. I'll do another video about that. But ended up with bed bug bites of all things. And first time in my life I've ever had that. And I've asked other people, what is this? What? It's not a rash. What is it? Ants or spider bites or? And everybody said, no, it's probably bed bug bites. So that is not good. So washing everything very thoroughly and bleach and water and lots of soap and trying to kill anything that could have got into my luggage after the trip. Anyway, the fella he helped hold my bike up while I put it in gear, and like I said, this is a much steeper grade than what it looks like, and had to really rev it up pretty good in first gear and get to get going again. And even the rest of the way up, it was a major challenge because I kept doing the same thing, slipping and sliding on the gravel, the loose gravel and stones, and the powder that, like I said, just so slippery. But I made it up. I made it up to the top and stopped, cleaned up, talked to the guy. He ended up being a seed. He dealt with the farmers up here. I think he worked for a seed company, lived up there on top of the mountain, and really appreciate that help. Otherwise, I would have turned around, maybe went the long way back. I think I would have tried it again. I think I would have went down, taken another run for it, and then who knows what would happen. Anyway, I've got one or two videos coming out almost every day about this trip for a week or so, because I've taken just a ton of video, even out with the sardines. So we'll see how that comes out. Anyway, thanks for watching. We'll catch up with you next time.